Bayesian learning. So these are the syllabus for Bayesian and computational learning. The first topic, Bayesian uh, theorem, that is called Bayes theorem. And concept learning, maximum likelihood, minimum description length principle, Bayes optimal classifier, Gibbs algorithm, native Bayes classifier, Bayesian belief network, and the rest of the topics. So among that, which line I give underline, that is important topics in this unit. That is Bayes theorem and its example. Then concept learning, how to relate Bayes theorem and concept learning and its example. So this first two topics very, very important. Then further Bayes optimal classifier, native Bayes classifier, then Bayesian belief network. These are important thing in part B. Similarly, the last topic, infinite hypothesis space, also important. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about Bayes theorem, and just I'm going to give some introduction about the concept learning. Right? I think most of you already watched the video, which is available in Moodle. That is made by Farin Madam. Right? So same thing I'm going to explain here with some more examples. Who didn't get understand from that video, uh, you can understand that concepts here with some examples. Right? Okay. So this, what are the line I mentioned here? That is important. One. It may be useful for your CA exam, model exam, or university exam, whatever may be. These are the important topics. Next one, as I told, this one, Bayesian learning, there is a Bayes theorem, native Bayes classifier, Bayes belief network. These are important. And I'm going to give the idea of probability. Then I move on Bayes theorem. Right. What is probability? Let us discuss what is probability. To know probability, first we should know about the uncertainty. Uncertainty means not sure. Right? So uncertainty involves making decisions with incomplete information, and this is the way to generally operate in the world. When you say uncertain, it means that you are not sure or you are having unknown information. But we need to make sure decisions. Like for example, in this current COVID-19 pandemic situation, just look about the economic, it's going nearly very bad. So everyone are worried about what is going to happen next. This imposes uncertainty in the field. Handling uncertainty is typically described using every words like chance, luck, and risk. For example, if suppose incomplete information, you should make some decisions. You're going to make some prediction, right? So what we say is we put on the word like luck and chance, right? So we may have calculated risk, or we aware, that is unaware of risk. We just progress and we should see what should happen next. So the definition of probability is it's a field of mathematics that gives us the language and tools to quantity the uncertainty of events and reason in the principled manner. Right? So in order to deal with the uncertainty of events, we may apply this probability function. This function helps us to come up with the probability of getting positive or negative impact. Say you want to go for a event in this current situation, and based on some knowledge or some information, we cannot make the probability that how far this event happened or not. So we can assign and quantify the likelihood of things we care about, such as outcomes, events, or numerical values. So this is the idea of probability. Okay. Say we are all expecting the vaccination for COVID-19 worldwide, but we are unaware of that how long it will take. But based on certain information and incomplete knowledge, what we can do is we can make some predictions with the help of probability function, right? Okay. Why probability is important to machine learning? Machine learning is about developing the predictive models from uncertain data. So as we discussed earlier, uncertainty means working with imperfect or incomplete information. The general definition of machine learning is something that a computer algorithm that improves its performance based on the experience. In general, with incomplete information, we train them, we obtain certain pattern. We obtain certain pattern based on that we predict some outcome. Right? So these are basics about probability. Why we need to go for probability in machine learning. Right? Now we can directly move on Bayes theorem. 1 minute. Okay. I'm not moving Bayes theorem in machine learning exact definition. Just I'm going to give some mathematical idea about probability based on Bayes theorem in with some examples. Right? In mathematics, you know already these things, right? So then I will move to Bayes theorem definition, which is given in your textbook. Exact definition, whatever given in the textbook, that I will explain later. Then I will explain what is the example given in your textbook. That also will discuss. Before that, just I will give you a mathematical idea about Bayes theorem, the basics of Bayes theorem, which is available in mathematics textbook. Right? So to understand the Bayes theorem, suppose see the screen. Suppose this is the total balls available in my bag. You see this 3 red and 2 blue. In the first event, see here, in the first event, suppose I pick a blue ball. From this bag, I pick a blue ball. What is the probability of getting blue color ball? That is 2 by 5. Why 2 by 5? Total number of balls in this bag is 5. Out of 2 blue color ball, I have taken 1 blue ball. Right? So, probability of event A, that is P of A equal to 2 by 5. Right? Among that, this is the first event. Now, in the next event, I'm going to pick a one more blue ball out of this 4. Because I already taken one blue ball, now the probability for next event is 1 by 4. That means in the probability B, given A already taken place, right? So the meaning of B bar A is the probability of B in given A. Right? So now the probability of A intersection of B, that is the probability of both A and B taken place is given by 2 by 5 into 1 by 4, that is 1 by 10. So now the probability of B in given A is means it already taken place. The probability of B in given A is the probability of both A and B taken place. That is the intersection of A and B divided by the probability of B. So 1 by 10 divided by 2 by 4, that is 1 by 4, which is same is available in this diagram. Right? So this is the formula. If I apply the condition in this formula, I am getting the same answer 1 by 4, which is available in the diagram. So this is the probability idea. Suppose probability of A given B is B, there is the probability of A intersection of B divided by probability of B. Similar way, this one I can write it as probability of B in the given A equal to probability of intersection of B and A, right, divided by probability of A. Anyway, uh, I'm going to modify the first equation as this way. So probability of A intersection of B equal to probability of A given B into probability of B. Similar way, second case also, probability of B intersection of A equal to probability of B in the given A multiplied by P of A. So anyway, these two lines are equal. I can equate both. If I equate both, then I can get the expression look like this. Probability of A given B equal to probability of B given A multiplied by probability of A divided by probability of B. So this is the Bayes theorem of mathematical way. Bayes theorem of mathematical way. In CAA exam, they will ask to write Bayes theorem. Right? So this is the mathematical way. Now, this expression, see here in the screen, Bayes theorem, this formula is available in your textbook. As per machine learning, the formula available in your textbook is this one. So first one is the mathematical expression. This one you know already, you studied already in plus 2 itself. The second equation which is available in your textbook. Right? I will explain Bayes theorem based on our textbook. Right. So what is the Bayes theorem? Sometimes they may represent Bayesian theorem, sometimes Bayes theorem. Right? Both are same. Here to determine the conditional probability of a hypothesis H given a set of training examples D. I will explain you what is hypothesis, what is the training example. Right? So as per Bayes theorem, probability of hypothesis given training example D, that is equal to probability of training example D given hypothesis into probability of hypothesis divided by probability of training data. Remember this formula is very, very important. Just easy to remember. See here P of H by D, here P D by H multiplied by PH divided by PD. That's all. Very, very simple formula. Maximum this question will appear in the next CA exam, 2 mark question. Right? So this Bayes theorem. So what are the terms? P of H. P of H is the period probability of hypothesis H. What is the period probability of hypothesis H? For example, in television, the weatherman predict whether the rain will come or not. Right? They will predict whether the rain will come or not. This is the period probability of hypothesis. Right? Based on the data of last 3 to 4 year, in the particular month, in the particular period. Right? So this is the period probability of hypothesis H. Right? P of H is the superior probability of hypothesis H. Suppose I'm giving an example. Suppose Dinagaran get good marks in third year DDSP subject. Suppose he absent in one CA exam on the further semester, or he are getting some low mark means I can recommend to HOD that Dinagaran is good student, he studied well. So he may get good marks in the further CA exam like that. Is a prior probability of hypothesis H. A prior knowledge of hypothesis H. Then P of D is the prior probability of training data D. Training data. Then probability of hypothesis in given D is the posterior probability of H given D. Right? That means after calculating whatever the value we are getting, there is a posterior probability of H given D. Next, probability of D given H is the posterior probability of D in given H. Right? So if they ask this question in 2 mark question, you should write what is Bayes theorem. You should mention this meaning of these terms. Right? Then only they will give full 2 mark question. In big question also they will ask the same question. Explain Bayes theorem with necessary examples. And that time also you should explain everything. So in that, this probability of hypothesis in the given data, there is a training data increases with P of H, that is the probability of hypothesis, and P of D given H according to the Bayes theorem. See, in the formula itself, you can understand these things. If P of H increases, then PH of D can increase. Right? Similarly, probability of hypothesis in the given data decreases as P of training data increases. Right? For example, see, listen carefully. You can understand this Bayes theorem with this example. I'm going to explain 2 examples for this Bayes theorem. Right? First case, first example. Approximately 1% of women aged 40 to 50 have breast cancer. Right? So in this world, we can assume the probability is 1%. This world, 1% of women only in the age in between 40 to 50 have breast cancer. This is the prior probability. We are taking prior probability, this is assumption, 1%. Next, a woman with breast cancer has 90% of chance of a positive test from a mammogram. So this is a device mammogram will test whether the person having cancer or not. Right? So what is the meaning of that? A woman with breast cancer has a 90% of chance of a positive test from a mammogram. Suppose a woman give test in this mammogram device, 90% of the chance she have positive reply, right? But if a woman have real cancer, but sometimes the device may give 10% of negative result. Right? That is the meaning of first one. Understand? A woman with breast cancer has 90% chance of positive test from mammogram. A woman has real cancer. If she give test in mammogram, it may give 90% of correct result, 10% of negative result. There is a false result. Right? Similarly, see the third line. While a woman without has 10% chances of false positive result. That means, suppose a woman does not have cancer, if she give the test to mammogram, 10% of positive false result also possible. 10% of positive result means what? She does not have cancer, but the machine replied that that woman has cancer. Right? So this is the conditions given. Now question is, what is the probability a woman has a breast cancer given that she just had a positive test? Right? So suppose she have getting positive. That means she have cancer. That is the reply from mammogram. What is the probability, exact probability of the woman has breast cancer? Okay, that we are going to calculate now. I think all of you can understand this concept. Idea is one thing, 1% of women in the world having breast cancer is the prior probability. So if a woman giving test for whether she has cancer or not, suppose a woman really have cancer, the machine may give 90% positive same time. In some cases, the machine give false result also, 10% false result. Similar way, if a woman does not have cancer, sometimes the machine give exact negative result. Sometimes it will give false result. False result means she does not have cancer, but the machine giving she have cancer. Right? Okay. So what is the probability that we are going to calculate? See here, that means cancer, probability of cancer in the given positive test. I think all of you can understand. Probability of cancer in the given positive test. Right. So that means probability that you have actually cancer given that your test result was positive. This is a mathematical base theorem as we discussed. If I compare this with our probability, so probability of cancer with the given positive equal to probability of positive in the given cancer, that is multiplied with probability of cancer divided by probability of positive. Just I am comparing mathematical base theorem with the our example. Right. See this flowchart. In some textbook, they may give in table. In foreign madam video also, she gave some table. But in my point of view, I can write in tree format. Right? Right. See, and I try to understand. As I told, 1% of women having cancer. There is a probability, assumption, 1%, period knowledge. On the 1%, if they give test for cancer, it is the machine give positive answer for 90%. As the data given in the question. 90% test is positive. This is a true positive. In some cases, 10% it gives a negative. Negative means what? She have originally cancer. The machine give the result that she did not have cancer. So there is a false report. There is a false negative, right? The first one is test positive 90% and test negative is 9 negative. Right? Similar way, 1% of people having cancer, so remaining 99% of people does not have cancer. That is the meaning, negative, if you take an opposite side. 1% people having cancer means 99% of remaining people does not have cancer. In that 99% of people who does not have cancer, if a woman belongs to this category, given a test whether she have cancer or not, false report given by the machine is 10%, right, as per data. So remaining 90% test is negative. So the first and last one is the true value. First and last one is the true values, remaining are false values. This is the probability. So based on this concept, if I apply the values in this formula, what we derived using a base theorem, so probability of positive in the given cancer multiplied with probability of cancer divided by probability of positive. So in the positive level, 90%, the mammogram give 90%. So that only I am applying here. Probability of positive in the given cancer is 90%, that is 0.90. And the probability of cancer in the total world, 1% of people having cancer, that is the probability. So that 1% I am taking as 0.01. Next case, that is divided by probability of positive. The probability of positive means the machine totally gives a positive in both cases. So that I multiply, see the tree diagram on this application. So 0.01 into 0.90. This line gives a test positive. Similar way, who does not have cancer? That also we need to get the positive answer. That we should multiply. 0.99 multiplied with 0.10. So if I calculate, I will get 0.083. So 8.3 percentage is the probability that a person actually has a breast cancer. I think all of you can understand this idea. This is the basic idea. Based on this only, I am going to explain the concept available in your textbook. For that, I am giving this idea, basic idea, right? I think all of you can understand this. Formula is probability of positive in the given cancer multiplied with probability of cancer divided by probability of positive. So in this diagram, positive cancer is 90. So 0.90 multiplied with total percentage of assumption probability is 0.01 divided by whatever the possibility of positive that I divided here. So I am getting 0.083. So totally 8.3 percentage. Right? This is the basic idea. For example, if you want to know what is true positive, what is false positive, suppose if a woman test for his pregnancy, if a doctor say you are pregnant, is that true positive? Suppose a doctor gives a report as you are pregnant to a man, that is a false positive. I think all of you can understand what is true positive, what is false positive. Similar way, what is false negative? If a woman actually have pregnant, suppose a doctor mentioned you are not pregnant, that is a false negative. What is true negative? If a doctor say to a man you are not pregnant, that is a true negative. The first and fourth are true values. The remaining two are false values. Right? This is the idea. Okay. So this example available in your textbook. Try to understand this. The based on whatever the basic idea I given in the first example, the similar way this example given in your textbook. See carefully. Yep. Sometimes in the big question they will ask explain Bayes theorem with an example. That's why I am taking this idea. A patient, this is a second example, right? A patient takes a cancer test and the result comes back positive. Right? The test returns a correct positive result in only 98% of the cases in which the disease is actually present. Right? So a candidate having actual disease, it only give 98% positive. That means the remaining 2% it gives a false result. There is a false positive. Second case, and a correct negative result is only 97% of the cases. That means what? If a person does not have cancer, the machine gives 97% only negative result. That means you don't have cancer. But remaining 3% positive false it gives. Right? Okay. Furthermore, 0.008 of the entire population have this cancer. That means the superior probability. I am assuming 0.008 of entire population having cancer. Now the question is, what is the probability that the patient has cancer? Right? You know the Bayes theorem. So probability of hypothesis in the given data, that is equal to probability of training data in given hypothesis into probability of hypothesis divided by probability of training data. So from this database, I can write like this. Total hypothesis H means what? Patient has cancer, patient does not have cancer. This is the total entire space. Yes. This what is D? Set of draining example D is the outcome of laboratory test. There is whether positive or negative. That is the training data. Right? So what is P of H? As I told, is the superior probability of hypothesis H. P of H represents the superior probability of hypothesis H. As given in the question, 0.008 is the probability of the patient have cancer in the total world. Right. What is P of D? In the previous slide, I gave what is D. Now I am giving what is P of D. superior probability of training data D. D is a positive outcome of the laboratory test. As per this, here given 98%. Similarly, probability of training data in the given hypothesis. This is the probability of a positive outcome to laboratory test given in the patient as cancer. That is a 98%. Similarly, this probability of H along B. The same way, what I gave in the previous example, for this question, I make the tree. What is this tree says? 0.008 persons having cancer. If this 0.008 percentage of people test their cancer in mammogram, 98% may be true positive. That means the patient can have cancer. But the same machine may give false report as 0.02%. That is 0.002. It will give the false report. 0.98 is the original positive, means the remaining is 0.02. Similar way, if 0.008 is the people having cancer, means the remaining people 0.992 does not have cancer. Among that, they don't have cancer. If they give test, the test may give 0.97. You are having negative result. Okay? The remaining people 0.03, the machine gives positive. That means the people does not have cancer, but the machine reports you have positive. That is the false positive. So the first case and fourth case is the original report. The remaining are false report. The similar way in this scenario also in COVID-19, some percentage, some people does not have COVID-19, but in test they are mentioning you have COVID. In a similar way only, a cancer patient does not have cancer, they are giving test, but the machine give false report. 97% report says that you are not having cancer, but only 0.03 the machine says you are having cancer. So using based on this data, similar way, using Bayes theorem, I calculated how much percentage of possibility of cancer. So as per the Bayes theorem formula, pH in the given D equal to PD given H, P of H divided by probability of data. Here D means the training data, whether it is a positive or negative. H means the hypothesis, that is the cancer. So first case, the cancer in the given positive equal to probability of positive in the cancer, then probability of cancer divided by probability of positive. So the first case in the cancer report, the positive report is 0.98. See in this tree diagram, 0.98 multiplied with probability of cancer. Total percentage of people having cancer is 0.08 divided by total percent having positive, whether it's cancer or not. The first case, so I multiply 0.00, see the diagram, 008 multiplied with 0.98 plus. The second case also 0.992 multiplied with 0.03, where the test positive given. So if I calculate, I will get the value 0.2085, that is 0.21%. So this idea only given in your textbook. So they may not give this tree diagram and all, they give directly only text. So try to understand this concept. If if you understand, then if you go through the textbook by today itself, you can easily understand. If you leave some days, if you after open your textbook, means very difficult to understand. So after listening this class itself, if you open textbook and if you go through, you will get the idea. Similar way, next case is maximum a posterior hypothesis, that is H map. The similar way only here maximum argument they are calculating. Maximum argument they are calculating the probability of H in the given data. So this Bayes theorem I applied here. This the denominator value is common. It does not change anywhere. The numerator value only change. The denominator value cannot change. So I remove this portion. So as per our data, if I take argument of our function, probability of D in the given hypothesis, probability of H, if I calculate probability of positive in the cancer, probability of cancer, if I get 0.00784. So in the second case, if I take a probability of positive, in the negative case, the person does not have cancer, it gives the positive report. Multiplied by the person does not have cancer. If I calculate, I will get 0.0976. Among this, the second one is the greater one. So the maximum hypothesis is 0.02976. That only mention in your text. Okay, next thing, this formulas. Just you go through the formula. This is just mathematics formula. You can go through it. It's available in your text. The product rule, sum rule, and the base theorem. Okay. Next thing is brute force based concept learning. So this idea available in your Moodle video also. The second video contains this one. Right? Brute force map learning algorithm. This is based on our base theorem only. Right? If you can go through that video, you can easily understand it. Right? Okay. So these are the idea about base theorem and some examples. Right? So by today itself, if you go through the textbook, you can easily understand. Right? Right? So this type of example one available in your textbook, I will show you. See this textbook. Base theorem, theory given, the formula given, this hypothesis map, argument value given. See an example. A example given, just 10 lines, that's all. See here, without mentioning any big idea, they are directly given 0.08, 0.93 and all. So if you understand my lecture, then you can easily understand this theoretical part, right? So this idea, example, in the university examination or in CA2, they will ask explain base theorem with an example. On that case, you should explain. Right? Try to understand this. No need to mug up these numbers and all. You once understand the idea, then you can easily do the base theorem. Second one is base theorem and concept learning. There is a brute force based concept learning that is available in your video. The same idea using our base theorem. You can go through that in your video. Right? These first two topics are very, very important. Right? For exam point of view, base theorem and concept learning. Next class, we will discuss about base octagonal classifier, native Bayes classifier, and a Bayes relief network. I hope everyone understand my idea about the base learning. Right? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I will take attendance now.